Hello Libra, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Libra is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. These readings are totally free. If there is anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I provide. And remember, Libra, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And right now it feels like we're in a pressure cooker, okay? The Art or Temperance card is this feeling that we're just out here in life and we're getting hammered. We're getting banged around by life, right? That, we're getting molded and shaped by the world around us, by the situations that we're in. But every situation that we're in, especially one that has any kind of feeling to it, right? But any situation we're in where we're conscious, we know that we are influencing the situation and the situation is influencing us. Everything is an alchemical process. Now, if we're not conscious, then we're most likely the ones that are getting changed and shaped and molded by that hammer that keeps coming down on us from life, right? This is the card of being on the blacksmith's anvil. Yeah, being in the pressure cooker. And I feel like this might be your situation now. You might be feeling as if there's really a lot of pressure on you in life. Pressure to do what? Pressure to be somebody, pressure to do something or to not do something. Pressure to make a change or stay the same. Okay, we got to take a deeper look at this. And we've got the intuition. Okay, the obstacle here with the High Priestess is for us to realize that Spirit wants us to be in this pressure cooker, that this is a situation that is meant for us to be in. Okay, as difficult as it may be, we have to trust the hand of the High Priestess who's trying to lead us to our best life. Now, that's always the job of the High Priestess, to lead us to the goal, to lead us to the gold, to lead us to paradise, to lead us to Big Rock Candy Mountain. What's right behind the High Priestess? Well, the Empress, right? It's not always easy for us to do that. Sometimes we have to be dragged kicking and screaming through our lives, especially when we feel like we're being dragged through the briar patch, during being dragged through a batch of thorns. Okay, but we're trying to anyway, and it seems to be the method for you. The real obstacle for you today is to trust that this situation has your best interest. To trust that there's a reason why you're in this pressure cooker, making this kind of making your difficult way through it. Trusting that this is where you're supposed to be. Okay, it doesn't help us to really figure out yet what to do. Are we trying to change? Are we trying not to change? What is the pressure on us from outside? Well, it's the pressure that is hopefully going to get you in closer touch with your intuition so that you can make choices about how to respond to the pressure, what to do about it. Okay, let's do another card. Beneath the surface, the 8. Okay, I think you know on the unconscious level how this situation is helping you grow. Okay, you're somebody who is, you're not afraid of challenges. You don't shy away from the pressure cookers of your life, okay? But you like to kind of recognize, like, how's this working for me? Is this doing something good for me? This is kind of that inner gauge where we're just kind of saying, am I growing through this situation or am I being, squished? Am I expanding? Am I branching out? Am I learning something? Am I refining something? Am I honing some kind of skill set? Or is there some kind of benefit here? Or is this just torture? Is this just pain and suffering for no reason, right? So I think this card is really here to say, you are growing through this. there is some benefit to you being here in this pressure cooker. You're being molded and shaped in a positive way. You're learning new skills, or maybe you're kind of branching out. You're networking, or maybe you're challenging yourself. That's a deciding factor for you in any situation, is how am I learning and growing through this? Is there some kind of positive thing that I can find here? Okay, so again, we're talking about this external pressure. You're trying to say, what is the pressure doing to me? Do I like who I'm becoming as a result of this pressure? Or do I want to relieve the pressure and perhaps go somewhere else where I feel like I can breathe, and I feel like this plant maybe will get a little bit more oxygen, a little more air, and things will be better that way, right? Or do I like who I'm becoming in this situation? Maybe it's a work thing. Maybe it's something at home or at school, right? The pressure's on, the heat is on here. Yeah. See what's going on behind you. You have your perseverance, okay? You have a fixed fire energy, okay? Fixed fire energy. And I think of the fixed fire as perseverance, tenacity, endurance, your ability to persevere. Yeah. Your ability to continue doing something even when it's difficult, right? This is like, this is kind of the messy middle of something, right? This is when it's not the joy of the beginning, it's not the relief of the end. It's like when you're right in the middle of it, and it's taking everything you have to keep your foot on the gas, okay? This isn't always the best way, though, right? Sometimes, it's better to just keep your foot on the gas, keep a constant speed, even though it's challenging, the pressure's on right now, but you just gotta maintain, it's gonna be okay. It's not always the right thing, okay? But we know that to slow down and come to a stop and change directions and go in a different direction is gonna take a lot more fuel. A lot more, you're gonna burn up a lot more gas than if you just stay constant going forward at a certain speed. It takes a lot more effort to slow down to a stop, look both ways, and then turn at the stop sign, and build up to your speed again. That takes a lot more time. That's why I like freeways so much, because you can just be on the freeway, you're going, and it's a lot more chill, It takes a lot less resources on yourself and on the vehicle, mentally, emotionally, as well as physically, right? It takes a lot more of our resources, physical, mental, emotional resources, to slow down to a stop, turn, and start again. Okay? So that, I think, is something that we're considering in this situation too. Up above everything, there's that Ace of Pentacles. There's always the appeal of just kind of starting something new. Maybe it's just like, well, maybe it would be worth it to slow down, come to a stop, and turn to the left or to the right and start again. Maybe because then we'd be back at that exciting beginning, because right now we're in the kind of the boring middle, or the messy middle, or the challenging, difficult, whatever it is. Maybe it's worth the cost to start a different path here. Maybe we're looking at the pressure cooker and thinking, have I grown enough? Is there anything else I can get from this situation? Or should I start a new path? It's going to cost more. Maybe we're at school or thinking, well, not really feeling this track anymore. Maybe I want to get on a different track. Maybe I want to switch majors. I'll have to start over in certain things. Maybe I want to get a different job. Maybe I want to, start a different relate. Maybe I want to move to a different town or different country. In this case, it's obviously important that we follow the intuition. Considering all of these factors, considering the difficulty of starting something new, but also kind of the pleasure in it. It's always exciting to start the new thing, It's always exciting to just kind of be like, wow, I'm starting a new job. That's gonna be exciting. Like, it's gonna take a lot of work. Got to build myself back up again, or whatever, climb the ladder. But it's fun, And I think that you're someone who likes the adrenaline. You like the rush of excitement when you first start something. Okay, now that's not always implying that you sort of, when it starts to get boring in the middle, that you like to jump ship and do something new. But maybe that's part of it. We've got to follow the high priestess here, leading us to our star. Very cool. Wasn't expecting that. But following your intuition is going to give you tremendous insight, not only into the pressure cooker you're in, but into yourself, right? It's kind of like, what is your ultimate vision here? We've got to follow our starlight. And honestly, the high priestess is the starlight itself, coming from the star, right? Pulling you. The high priestess is pulling you toward your star. This is the light. It's like a tractor beam from the star, trying to pull you, right, toward your destiny. And we've got to follow the intuition. Maybe your intuition's telling you, hey, you know what, this pressure cooker, not it anymore. Maybe a new path is really what I need. Let's talk about the path of the serpent. First, let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. We're going to set this card down over here with Dwight K. Schrute right on top. We're not going to look at that card until the very end. It will tie everything together, and it will give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. If at any point during this message you feel like you might know what that card is, put your prediction in the comments down below. Okay. Now, path of the serpent. Let's talk about this. You got the chariot. The chariot is a devotion. It is a commitment. Okay. It's kind of saying, like, are you loyal to your destiny? Are you the vehicle of your destiny? Okay, this is kind of like we're in the car and we're consistently driving forward. Okay, so in a way it's similar to this. I mean, we've got two chariots here, right? But this is something beyond you. The major arcana, we already have 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana cards. Okay, so this feels like it's a spiritual quest for you. And in our minds, we may be kind of feeling like, I don't know, the pressure, I'm not sure if I like it anymore. I'm not sure if I like who I'm becoming. I'm not sure if this is good for me. I don't know. We got to trust spirit. We have to tap into that. We have to go beyond the mind, and we have to tap in to that star energy. Follow your star, your North Star, okay? And I think that, beyond the emotional response of this, how does it feel? Does it feel right? Does it feel like, if I'm honest with myself, this is the path I'm supposed to be on, even though it's difficult, even though I have doubts, even though I can feel the pressure and I don't like the pressure? But if I'm really honest, and if I have faith, this might be the right path for you. In the environment, you got that doorway. There's a decision right in front of you now. And it could be that our chariot has stopped and said, okay, wait a minute now. Is this really the path I'm supposed to be on, or should I do the Ace of Pentacles, start a new path? Because the Eon card is that doorway, that divine doorway. It's a decision. We either have to do our business or get off the pot, right? Going through this doorway is saying, I am committed 1,000%. There is no doubts left at all. This is my path, and I'm fully committed now, 100,000%. Or if we turn away from the doorway, like, this is the moment of truth. This is the moment where you either commit fully, or we say, I'm driving on I got to get onto a new road. Because it's kind of like going through this doorway, then it's like, it's saying there's no turning back now. In a way, this is the point of no return. This is the point of saying, I got to leave all my doubts behind. Am I ready to, like, fully get on board? Not just kind of like sort of got one foot in, one foot out. I either commit fully or I have to go a different way. And now's the time to decide. Okay? And I feel like the pressure is kind of coming from outside too a little bit. This is the card of your relationships, card of your environment. It might be that you have like one of those 30-day trial periods for something. It's like, okay, now do I really want that subscription, or should I cancel? Like, because now they're just about to charge you. It's like when you get an app on your phone, they say you get 7 days for free, and then we're going to charge you like $20 a month or something. It's like, okay, it's like it's day 6.5 now. I've got to make a decision. I either commit and I start really, really paying for this. Now's like the last chance for me to back out. You know what I'm saying? That's what we see with the Eon card here. It's like the last chance for you to back out of something before now you're paying for it. You know, now it's like maybe we've been auditing some classes and it's like, okay, I either like sign up and I pay the fee and then I'm committed, right? Or I kind of say no and no thank you and I go a different way. Let's do a Divine Doorway card. Your Divine Doorway says, a cure for longing. Love is happiness. A spark inside. Live deliberately and choose boldly. Then you have arrived. A cure for longing. Okay, I feel like this is your destiny. Honestly, if I had to assess, I mean, there's a lot of major arcana energies here. And we've got fire and earth and major arcana. I feel like this truly is your path, and I feel like this is the moment where you are choosing boldly, and then you will arrive on the other side of that. It's peace of mind. Four of Swords, right? So on the other side of this doorway is going to be an acceptance of your decision. It's kind of like once you decide, once they like charge your card for the app, then it's just kind of like now I don't have to stress out about it. It's done. What's done is done. I've made the decision and now I can rest. Now I don't have to stress out about anything. Now it's just about doing the work and going forward and etc., right? So this is the card of truce. This is the card of being comfortable and accepting of the decision that we've made. Okay? So it implies that on this side of the doorway, there's stress. There's deliberation. That we are indeed trying to trust our intuition here, but we feel a little bit agitated or stressed out because we just don't know. Should I continue this way? Well, it looks like, yeah, it looks like you are. And I think on the other side of this decision, you're going to be very comfortable with your choice. Okay, very comfortable with your choice. And our final card is the, oh yeah, very nice. See, now we have all of our majors. We've got fire, water, air, and earth in the small cards. So very balanced. A lot of major arcana, and then you have balanced fire, water, air, and earth. Okay, very balanced. And the end result here is celebration. The end result here is we're making connections. And I think it is about relationships in some way, because this is a Jupiter and Libra energy right here. And so this is kind of saying like this path that you're on is going to put you in touch with the right people. It's going to enrich your life. There's going to be a lot of celebrations, a lot of friends, a lot of reasons to be joyous. Okay? I think you're going to be very happy with your decision. And I think that it really is truly meant for you. I think it's a dream come true. And I think that you have to trust that the pressure you're feeling now in this difficult this difficult, period of time, this is a necessary part of it, that you're becoming, you are being refined, you are growing into the person that you need to be to really fulfill this destiny and to be the vehicle of this destiny. And you will be rewarded greatly, I feel, yeah. So this is really, really good. I want to look at our mystery card. And, well, I don't know what else we really need, do you? Maybe the Libra energy, maybe the actual decision, with a adjustment card, right, or justice, your higher wisdom and discernment. Maybe the universe, maybe Wheel of Fortune, maybe a 6, a 9, 10 of cups, any of that good stuff. Maybe the Empress. Maybe the Empress. Let's see what we have. Yeah, 9 of Swords. I kind of, I had a sneaking suspicion it would be a 9 of Swords, because I feel like this is the longing itself. This is what we have here, the cure for longing. This decision is a cure for longing, right? So it's kind of like we have to realize how we feel right now. This is that mental stress. This is telling me that you've been losing sleep over this. Because the pressure, right? It's just getting to you. Now we either make that decision to say, fine, the pressure is the pressure. Once I commit, once I fully get on board and make that decision to go through that doorway and I fully commit, that's going to relieve a lot of the pressure. Because now there isn't that torment, that sleepless night of kind of worrying and wondering, what should I do? Can I handle the pressure? Is this the right path for me? Like, let's get rid of that. That's unnecessary pressure. This path is difficult enough for you to go around doubting yourself, Sometimes this is a lot of cruelty that we might impose upon ourselves. We're beating ourselves up over something. You're in this pressure cooker. right? And then you're getting angry at yourself for not performing perfectly. Well, you're in a pressure cooker. You're not meant to. This isn't something that you expect to just like 100% of the time you are just flawless and impeccable. And then when you're not, we get sort of angry with ourselves. We start beating ourselves up. We got to stop that. You know, when you're in the pressure cooker, you're supposed to be squeezed. You're supposed to feel like you're going to break under the pressure, right? That's why there's pressure, to force you to grow, you know. So I think sometimes we make it worse by getting really down on ourselves or being too hard with ourselves when we don't perform perfectly, right? And we know we won't. We never will. So we try to give ourselves a little bit of relief from our own pressure. It's kind of like now we're putting too much pressure on ourselves. We got this pressure coming from outside, and now we're adding to it by demanding that we perform perfectly or getting very upset when we don't. So we got to try not to do that, right? This card is kind of talking about this internal dialogue. One thing I want to do now is a Language of Flowers affirmation card. Because we need to sleep at night, you know? Oh, there it is, the orange blossom, the enthusiasm. The best can be here. You got to believe it, right? You've got to believe it. You've got to trust in that high priestess. Trust that the pressure you're experiencing now is the path, right? The obstacle is the way to your celebration. That the best can be here. You got to believe that it's meant for you. You got to believe that this is the right path for you. We've got to trust in that. Okay? We need to be able to sleep at night. If you're keeping yourself up at night with worry, then you're not going to be performing that well tomorrow anyway, right? We think of somebody who's like at school or something like this, and their job or their studies are very, very difficult. And right then they're struggling. I mean, it's just hard work. But then you're also putting pressure on yourself later that night when you go home. Then you're worried about it. You're analyzing your performance. You're beating yourself up. You're stressing out over it. We're not sleeping well. And then when we go to perform again tomorrow, we perform even worse because we didn't sleep. We're not taking care of ourselves. We're being too hard on ourselves. Okay. So we're going to do an extended reading as well if you want to stick around. We're going to do an I Ching hexagram. We're going to do some oracle cards. There is a link up top. There's a link down below. New readings for Libra Wednesdays and Saturdays. Be sure to watch both readings. If you want to watch the extended readings on the website, go to doveandserpenttarot.com. You can also find me on Patreon. All right. Subscribe to my wife's channel as well. She's over at Ula Tea Leaf Readings. Okay, she does marvelous zodiac sign readings over there. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't yet. These readings are totally free. Leave a comment. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.